What is up, guy and maybe girl if she decides she wants to watch. Maybe not girl if she decides she doesn't want to watch. Welcome to the first episode, which is probably maybe going to be the only episode, of shit that Drew's playing. I don't really know what it's going to be called, but that's basically what it's going to end up being. It's just random things that aren't really a series. Maybe it'll just be like, what's Drew playing this week or something like that. I don't know. But today's episode is all about Shadow of Mordor, something. It has an additional title, but I don't know what it is. And it is a interesting game. I am liking it. I fear that I'm going to come off somewhat negative in my my comments. I mean, it's getting great review scores. People love it. Everybody that I listen to is ranting and raving about how fun it is, and it is. It is fun. It is a good game. It's very much a mix of kind of the Batman combat with the Assassin's Creed kind of
I am in your debt.
Stealth mechanics, sort of, and wall climbing. Like you just saw me do some wall climbing, so you can hide in bushes and you can be stealthy and you can attract enemies to your bush and then you can kill them. But it has the Batman combat in it, which is a lot of fun, and it's actually done really well. We'll do a little combat job here. But unlike Batman, as you can see, our friend here, whose name I can't quite recall, he's got no issue killing some bitches. I mean, he will fuck some dicks. He don't care. Orcs get the death. They deserve no mercy. But the combat is really smooth, really good. It's almost, I'm not super far into it, but I would almost say that for the little bit of experience that I have with it, I almost maybe prefer the flow of this combat to the Batman combat. Just because it's a lot more responsive to, like, interrupting your actions so that you can do a counter. So you're able to sort of... In Batman, it kind of felt like you would get locked into animations a lot of time, and then you wouldn't be able to counter when you wanted to, which could be really shit. But in this one, it feels a lot more like you're able to counter any point that you want. And,
Please rescue my friends before they're killed.
Hey.
They don't know when to keep quiet.
You're welcome, buddy. It's also obviously a big open world. Well, maybe not obviously, but I can bring up the map here. And I've been playing for about 2.5 hours, I believe it says in the start time. And part of that was me eating dinner, so maybe about 2 hours of actual playtime. And it doesn't seem like a huge world. I think that there's another world that you get to, or another land mass that you enter at some point, but this is all within Mordor, if you're up on your Lord of the Rings knowledge. And there are a lot of side quests and missions to do. There are like these towers forge towers that you unlock that basically act as the viewing posts in Assassin's Creed. They allow you to fast travel, and they allow you to advance time. I'm not really sure why you would want to advance time. Actually, I take that back. There is a reason to advance time. We'll get into that in just a second. But there are a lot of side quests to do, and the side quests earn you money. They also earn you power, which power is the things that you need to... Well, see, there's experience, and then there's power. And you need experience in order to buy one thing, but you need power in order to buy another thing. So let's talk about some of the upgrades. Let's not talk about those upgrades yet. Let's talk about these upgrades. So these are the abilities of... ability points. Basically a skill tree. We've all seen them before. There are abilities for combat, there are abilities for stealth, there are abilities for acrobatics and things like that. All of these tiers, so each individual skill requires you to gain XP in order to unlock a point to unlock, but all tiers, which you can see there are, I guess, 5 tiers? Yeah, that'd be correct. To go to the next tier, you have to unlock power. And you unlock power by completing particular power missions or by killing captains, etc., etc. You also earn money, which is used for upgrading like your health, your focus, to get runes on your weapons. Weapon runes are basically buffs that you can put on your sword or on your bow or on your dagger. And you get them from, they come in varieties of epic or not epic. There may be more, but you get runes anytime that you kill a captain or war chief. They will drop a rune. And then the runes have various effects. So you can see the ones I have here. Anytime that I kill a captain or war chief, I automatically get all of my health and stuff back. If I grab and shank bitches, I get some focus back. And if I explode a head, I get a chance to recover focus. Yeah. So, no for me my bow yet. I haven't really found anything for my bow. So they do all kinds of different effects, and they have different, what's the word I'm looking for? Different, like, strengths based upon how you do with the army. Now, the real star of this show, while the gameplay is great and all that, man, these textures look like shit. Maybe I need to restart. I've been doing some modifications on the stuff. I used the GeForce Experience to set my stuff for me automatically, and it put my textures to low. I changed them back to medium, which supposedly requires that you have 3 gigabytes of video memory. Just to have them on medium requires 3 gigabytes of video memory. Let that soak into you. But it looks like it might still be on low because it didn't look like that before. That's kind of shit. Anyway, the real star of this show is this, what they're believing, I believe they call it the Nemesis system. Now, what the Nemesis system is, you basically have tiers of captains. And some of them, as you can see, most of them for me are still unknown. Now, I can run into these. These guys are out there in the world. And I can run into them just randomly and fight them and die or kill or whatever happens. But it behooves me to discover information about them. I do that by finding special low-level guys who have intel, and I can interrogate them to get the intel. Or I can find intel just laying around. There are some places like inside of strongholds and things where there's just intel available. Or I can interrogate a captain. Once he gets low enough in health, I can actually grab them and interrogate them. And now they're important because you can see that some of them have links to the war chiefs. The war chiefs are these guys up here, and they're the real hosses of the game. Also, when I find a person's when I get intelligence on them, intel, I learn about their strengths and weaknesses. So we'll see what, who is this guy? This is Nazu the Endless. Let's find some Pug Manhunter. They have these great names sometimes. They're really funny. Hogrish the Choker. Tumug the Beggar. Cave Rat. Yeah, these textures are not right. There's something wrong with these textures. Be right back, maybe. Okay. I think we got it looking a little bit prettier now. So, let's see. What was I saying? Let's check out Ogbur Cave Rat. Now, since I have intel on Mr. Ogbur, I can view his strengths and his weaknesses. Now, he's an attractive-looking fellow. So, on the top there, you can see his weaknesses. He's vulnerable to finishers, and he takes damage by range attacks. But he also has strengths, so if he sees fire, he gets angry. He's very sneaky. He looks like a sneaky guy. So all these different effects that he can potentially have, and every one of them is kind of different. Some of them, are weak to fire. Some of them, like the last guy, he just gets mad when he sees fire. There are some that are mad if you hurt their companions. Some that are afraid of beasts and all kinds of things like that. So it's beneficial to you if you're going into the fight to examine the chief's weaknesses and use them to your advantage. And also, if you use the weaknesses of the chief in order to defeat them, you have an increased chance of getting a epic rune, which means you get better power-ups. So basically, the Nemesis system is the real star of the show, like I was saying. And what's really awesome about it is it's very fluid, and it's very persistent. So it's not like Batman or Assassin's Creed where if you die, then it's just kind of game over and, you know, you could just go back to where you were and pick up where you left off. No. That's not the way this game works. The way this game works is if you die, that death is remembered. It's a persistent thing. So the enemies in the world will be aware of your success. That captain will be dead. He will no longer be in the hierarchy of peeps. So you can see there, if you pay attention on the
Thank you.
on the army screen, I have several spots that are empty. So there's no captains here, no captains here. This guy is he's I think he's kind of my nemesis, which means he can sort of come back to life and continue to attack me. But so they're dead. And when I was saying earlier about advancing time, every now and then there will be power struggles within the ranks of these guys, just beyond my control. So these guys may want to ascend up to this level, and then they may challenge, you know, these guys to fight, or they may just take a spot up, and then there'll be space open down here for someone else to fill in the blanks. And a great way for a non-captain character to become a captain is to kill me. That's pretty much a guaranteed way to get promoted, is to kill me, it seems. So when you die, it actually has it has a big influence on the world. It's not just, you know, you start over from where you were and you continue from the checkpoint. You actually have an effect on the
He's far too stubborn to
outline, the captains and their hierarchy and how they respond to you. And like if you go up in a captain and you start to lose the fight and you decide, oh shit, you know, this is bad, and you think you're gonna take off and run away, when you encounter that captain again, they'll remember that the last time you fought them, you ran off, and they'll like give you it looks like there's some intel over here. Maybe I can pick up this intel. Is it just on the ground? There's just some intel on the ground. So I'm going to pick up this intel, and that allows me to learn about a captain. I can choose anyone I want, and it may open up a mission. It may do nothing. They may just, you know, if I encounter them, I'll know about their weaknesses and stuff. We'll check out this guy, Darg the Cruel. Looking for a slave buyer to practice on, preferably alive. All right, he's way down south. So those are the stuff about him. And it could open up a mission for me. It may just mean that when I encounter him later on, then I know more about his skills and weaknesses. But the persistence of this Nemesis system is really what sets this game apart from the other, like the Assassin's Creed and the Batmans and the stuff like that. Because the things that you do, the people you kill, and the people that kill you has a big effect on the game, which is really interesting.
Unknown to me. Is this my inheritance?
It's really interesting the way that works, and it's pretty cool. Like, you know, running into a guy that you fought before, or seeing someone, you know, you get killed by someone, you're like, oh crap, and then they get promoted to a captain, and so Grisha the Legend. I wonder if I have. I don't know if I can. Can I just Grisha the Legend? Do I have him in my repertoire of people that I know? I'm not sure. There he is. So he's vulnerable to finishers. He doesn't like the big things, which I don't really have any. And he's afraid of burning. He has a poison weapon. He inspires nearby things. Refuses the killing blow. Okay. Oh, all right. He's got a follower, so he's got some stuff. So the big one there for me is that he's vulnerable to finishers. So I can be sure and use my finishers on him, and that increases my chance of getting a better rune if I complete him. Now there are some things that I kind of don't understand. These power things.
No relaxing until we're back home.
Because sometimes I feel like I failed him, like not because I died, but because it's like I don't know what to do. Like he's being ambushed. Am I supposed to help the ambushers, because trust me, the ambushers are not going to be my friend either. I mean, they're going to want to kill me just as much as everyone else is going to want to kill me. I think he was not apparently having a good time with the stealth stuff there. Oh, look at that. Wow. I killed him already. Did not expect that. So I got the power up. So I have to finish off these guys.
You won't take my head like that. Die, worm! Get behind it!
So that's the kind of thing where I was finishing that guy on the ground, but I was still able to cancel my finisher and counter that guy, which in Batman seems like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but in this game it feels a lot better about allowing you to cancel those kinds of things. He's dead. All right. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I got the power upgrades, so I guess I did a good job. This is not yellow, so it's not a. It's not a. What did I get? Another Blade Master level 8, and I already have equipped Blade Master level 11, so I don't think there's any reason for me to want to equip that again. But I got the power upgrade. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of confused on the whole thing, to be honest with you, whether or not I'm doing the right thing or not. I will tell you that I mentioned the bow earlier. Did I mention the bow? I can't remember now if I mentioned the bow. He's got a bow, and it slows down time, but man, I suck at aiming the bow. That guy's not dead. I can do that, though. And there are the runaway mechanics, kind of like in Assassin's Creed, where you sort of like, you know, run away and hide in a bush, and then people won't be able to find you, and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting. I mean, the Nemesis system is really, really interesting, and I apparently have not even like begun to scratch the surface of it, because you can get to the point where you can like dominate enemies. So instead of killing them or getting intel from them, you sort of take over their minds, and then they sort of become your pawns in the game, and you can call upon them if you need them to assist you in a fight, or you can maneuver them within that army of guys to have them go up against the captains that you want them to go against. So there's one particular captain that you're having a hard time taking out. You can use your dominated captains to fight against that guy and maybe take him out for you instead of you having to fight him. So it's a very interesting system, and I've only scratched the surface, and I recognize this, and I accept it as the truth. But I'm interested to try out more. The moving of the game, I kind of mentioned as, you know, it just feels kind of janky to me, and it still does. Although I'm finding that today it doesn't bother me as much as I thought it did in the past. It just feels kind of, it's got that Batman thing where if you just walk really slowly. And I don't really know what the purpose of this walking really slowly thing is. I mean, because I can stealth, and in normal stealth speed, I move faster than just walking. And I can run while stealth. So I don't really know what the point of all that nonsense is.
What? Did you hear that?
But it just feels kind of strange, the moving around. When I'm in combat, it's great. The climbing up walls and all that stuff, great. But just getting from A to B and like the starting and the stopping and the whatevering, it just feels kind of strange. I don't really know how to describe it, but I would definitely not let that dissuade you or me from playing the game. It's very cool. You know, I would say definitely put it in your GameFly, and see, it's got this is like a survival challenge, and there's hunting challenges, and there's all kinds of, you know, it's got a lot of those open world things. You know, there are collectibles to find and all that kind of good stuff. So it's got all the stuff you really want and expect out of these kind of games. It's got a really great combat system, and the Nemesis system, you know, I'm just starting to scratch the surface of what's possible with that. It's really fun. You know, even dying doesn't feel like a punishment. You get XP for dying. Like, you die and you're just like, hey, you know, here's 100 XP, even though you died. It's like, all right. And then, like, something cool will happen. Like that guy that, you know, that guy that killed you becomes a captain, or the captain that kills you, he will, you know, go up a rank, and he'll get better armor, and you'll be part of his story. And like the next time you see him, he'll comment on the fact that, oh, you again, you know, I thought I got rid of you last time, and all that kind of stuff, you know. So it's the persistence of the world is actually really really interesting and really fun, and I enjoy it. So overall, definitely cool. Gonna keep playing it. I love killing orcs. The fighting feels great. Everything feels really fun. I'm a terrible shot with the bow. It takes me forever to pick out targets. These guys look like they should be shot in the head, and they're not. I don't understand it. But that's okay, because I'm gonna just keep on fighting with my sword. Fucking bitches up. Love it. Love it. Uh-oh, here comes a... There are creatures, and they don't like orcs, but they also don't like me. Uh-oh. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh man, oh man, oh man. That's the first time I've ever had to do that.
Kill the target!
I guess I killed it. Oh, I could have mounted him. Oh, I didn't notice. Oh shit. I don't have a whole lot of health yet, I will tell you that. I died pretty quickly. Oh, shit. I gotta work on my dodges. No dodge. Dodge! Fuck. Oh, shit. This is like kind of the last stand thing where you can come back from death if you manage to pull out the... Is that a captain? Oh, Jesus. I think that's that captain I discovered earlier. No, 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 no. I think that's the captain I discovered early. He's just hanging around. See, there you go. I mean, I didn't have him missed or anything. He was just hanging out, but he didn't kill me. So here's the kind of the power struggle update. That guy died. That guy survived, I guess. He counts that as a survival. And then this is what you can do, like, if you increase time. You can kind of, you know, all of these little things will take place. And once you sort of start treating this like a sort of a checkerboard, you can play them against each other and you know, do things like that. So they're having their promotions now, or getting new captains, and they're connected to people in some way. So, you know, a lot of stuff going on, but there's no real, you know, penalty for death. It's actually, so there you go. There's my 100 XP for dying, and I think I probably got an upgrade with that too. I did get an upgrade. So anyway, it is fun. I suggest you check it out. You know, throw it in the game queue, or if you see it on sale, you know, it's one of those that luckily it's only. Why are you talking? Shut up. It's only $40 on PC. Or no. Wait, is it $40 or $50? No, it's $50 on PC. I got $10 off because I used a coupon code, which I could give you that voucher to get $10 off if you want to get it for $40. Oh, it looks great in the rain at night. The rain at night looks pretty good. It's a pretty baller looking game. I mean, I'm not upset with it at all. Once I get my textures up to where, you know, it's supposed to be 3 gigs of video memory to have these awesome textures. Like, whatever. Back off, guy. So anyway, I'll call it there. It was kind of a long, rambly thing, probably. I'm not sure how long it took, but it's just kind of an insight into the game and what I think about it. Hopefully it wasn't too long. If you made it all the way through, congratulations. I'll talk to you later. Peace.